But I do say that to one, illustrate that point, but then two, for people to understand that America it's okay, it's pretty jacked up, all right. But there have always been people outside of the local group that help, right? Like slavery would not have ended, just at least not the way it did, if it was just us. There were people who cared, who didn't have a quote unquote vested interest in caring. And I think that's important to keep in mind because, generally speaking, the white population of America breaks about 60-40. Right? You got 40% that's horrid and they vote their own narrow interests and they've been doing it since they got here. And you got about 60% that kind of give a damn here and there. And when you can see where they start to hit loggerheads, that's when minority groups, I said that backwards. The 60 is the people who don't give a damn, the 40 are the ones who do. Most of them are fucked up. And it's not because they potentially are aggressive towards minorities per se. They're just very aggressively forward their own interests. But that's why you can end up with a situation where minority groups can play that other 15-20%, push it over the edge, and we actually have a real process. So anyway, that's all I want to say. Thank you.
I'm not going to put my 2 cents. It's really short. It's disheartening and it's so sickening when I was listening to the story the first time. Now I'm listening to the story the second time to just hear you're passing a human being off as if it's a horse or a car. Like it was a point in there where the doctor was leasing them out. Like, what am I listening to?
You're listening to the realities of America, my brother.
Yeah,
we still do it to this day.
It's so mind-boggling that was norm.
It's still the norm.
Can I borrow your human? I know it is.
Yes.
I know it is. Can I borrow your human? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, I don't need this one. This one, you know, I don't really need her to do any work. And that's real. They make a cute couple. Yeah, you go ahead and take her.
And
you're breaking up slightly here and there.
Of course I am.
Did you just call on Anna?
I called on Anna. Well, I got a chance. Agent Johnson don't like these subjects.
One of the things that I did was look at how the states were added one by one in the order and who was making their decision while the Dred Scott case was going. So she said it started in 1846. We had all the way up to Florida done. We even had Texas in 1845, but in 1846, Iowa was added to the Union, 48, Wisconsin, 50, California, and then in 58, Minnesota. There was the whole needed to add states equally, slave state, free state, and the Missouri Compromise. And it just, sorry, my dog is chewing on a ball really loud right beside me. It helped me see Dred Scott's movements where he was up, with the Wisconsin territory, Illinois, and I know we're gonna get into it, but the whole question of, well, if an enslaved person comes into a free state or passes through, does that change anything legally about them? I was trying so hard to think, well, what was it like? What were the conversations? They must have been wild to my sense right now.